Nobody Hugs a Cactus by Carter Goodrich. Narrated by Megan Carpenter. Nobody Hugs a Cactus by Carter Goodrich. Hold up your cactus arms on your way to Storypost 3. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. Listen to the peace and quiet on your way to Storypost 4. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. Cross your arms and go to Storypost 5. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. Spin and tumble to Storypost 6. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello," shouted a tortoise. Wave hello on your way to Storypost 7. "Private property," yelled Hank. "Keep out." The tortoise was so frightened, he hid in his shell. Cover your head and hide on your way to Storypost 8. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles," she shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." Hop over to Storypost 9. "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next?" said Hank. A coyote came loping by. "No dogs allowed," Hank yelled. "I'm not a dog," said the coyote, "and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside. Howl like a coyote to Storypost 10. Ow!" Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass," shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus." Strut your stuff to Storypost 11. "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "That's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." Then he skittered away. Skitter over to Storypost 12. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." "Who, me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. Spread your wings and fly to Storypost 13. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. Hug yourself to Storypost 14. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Great," said Hank. "Pretend the wind is blowing you to Storypost 15. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. Bounce and jump to Storypost 16. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Point to your brain as you go to Storypost 17. Hank decided to grow the best flower he could, and then give it to Rosie as a thank you. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. Spread the love to your friends and family as you go to Storypost 18. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." Smile big on your way to Storypost 19. Rosie was so surprised she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice, Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. Hug your loved ones on your way to Storypost 20. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. You finished. Stick with your family and friends. Thanks for joining us for the Coolidge Storywalk. Please come back soon.